So I did not grow up in a Christian home. My parents divorced when I was really young. At age 10, I got exposed to alcohol and smoking marijuana and pornography. At age 14, I was smoking marijuana on a regular basis. It became a very regular part of my life. And so just trying to figure out who I was, relationships and dating became huge, a huge idol in my life. And I snuck out one night to hang out with a girl. She was hanging out with some friends, and we were drinking and smoking marijuana. And one of the girls asked if I wanted to try some meth, and I said, yeah. And tried meth for the first time at age 14, and not knowing that years down the road it was going to cause a lot of hurt, a lot of emptiness. But at that age, I was living for that moment. It ended up me getting kicked off of the sporting teams that I was on. It ended up getting me suspended and actually arrested and going to juvie for the first time. As well, ultimately, it caused me to finally be expelled from high school. So by the time I was 18, I was doing crystal meth on a regular basis. I ended up getting involved with a girl. We ended up moving in together after a couple months, and we would do drugs together, and we would drink together, and we'd party together, and while doing that, we would get into these huge blowouts and these fights. And so, yeah, and this relationship, went on for 6 years. It produced a lengthy record of different misdemeanor charges because of my behavior. By the time I was 21, I lived in the city that my dad lived in Phoenix, Arizona. We had a good relationship. He wasn't much of a dad. He kind of just let me do what I wanted to do. But I still loved him and cared for him. But he ended up passing away when I was 21. By the time I was 23, I attempted to take my own life and commit suicide, and ended up hospitalized. You would think that would be a wake-up call, but no, as soon as I got out, I went straight to the dope dealer's house to get more drugs, and there was nothing that I can do to ever stop. I've tried. I've been in and out of rehab for years. One of my older brothers out in Missouri, he was part of a church and went out to Missouri. He met some guys out there that told my brother that they were in this program in Southern California, and it wasn't a rehab, it wasn't a 12-step program, but it was a faith-based program. And my brother came back and told me about it. And I wanted it. I wanted to go, but I didn't. There was this fear. There was this fear of giving up all the things that I had my identity in. And so finally an opportunity came up for me to go to this program, and it was kind of like, okay, yeah, I'll go. But in this program, it was the first time in my 24 years of life that I heard the gospel, why Jesus came to this earth. It was to die for someone as wretched as me. And I cried out to him, and he radically transformed me. He changed me from the inside out, and it was because of the gospel. It's because of what Jesus did on the cross that he gave me new life at that moment, where he raised a dead man to life and gave me spiritual life for the very first time. Before this happened, the Bible meant nothing to me. Jesus was nobody to me. But now, Jesus is my greatest treasure.